Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Leilani. You could also call me Lay, and today I'm here to talk to you about Witchy, a graphic novel created by Ariel Ries. I'll read the back of it and then I'll give you a summary of the graphic novel, but then also it might contain some spoilers, and then I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it. In the Witch Kingdom, Hyalene, the strength of your magic is determined by the length of your hair. Those that are strong enough are conscripted by the Witch Guard, who enforce the law in peacetime and protect the land during war. However, those with hair judged too long are pronounced enemies of the kingdom and annihilated. This is called a witch burning. So we follow our main person, Naive, and the first chapter starts off when she's a little girl and her father was a part of the witch guard, but his hair was too long, so one day he wakes up to a knock on the door and the witch guard are there and they do a witch burning on him. Years later, Naive's in school and they're training to be conscripted to be a part of the witch guard. But she decides to hide her hair in a braid so it looks short, and then her powers, she basically doesn't show off her powers, and people make fun of her for that, for being weaker and having shorter hair than everybody. And so the only person who knows that her hair is long is her mother, and they try their best to keep it a secret. So later on in the book, they go through trials where one of the generals, or like the commanders, is overseeing the trials, and he picks a few people to be a part of the witch guard, which are two of her friends, and then he actually picks Naive and he calls her out because he knows her hair is long. So in front of everybody, he basically ropes out her hair tie and it shows how long her hair is, and he's like, you're going to be a part of our witch guard. So she doesn't receive this news well and she's upset, so she runs home and she cuts off all her hair. While she cuts off all her hair, the commander feels a presence of that happening, and I guess it's deemed as being a traitor. So he sends people to her house to go arrest her. When her mother comes home, she finds her daughter with like short hair, and she's like, okay, we have to go on the run. So while they're packing their bags and they're leaving, the witch guard sees them and they're going on the run. And her mom is like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna go on this boat and you're gonna go to a different place, while I'm gonna stay here and protect you and fight for you as long as she can. So they separate. The mom ends up getting captured and put on house arrest. Her daughter Naive goes to an island and ends up fighting this hidden rebellion. And they have like an invisibility shield cloaked on their home that they're staying at, which is filled with like children, teenagers, and older folks, and it's a place of like peace, and then also people who've lost family because of witch burnings. And they're like, you're welcome to stay here, to train, to fight, to do whatever you want. And they also have like old history books that their schools didn't teach them. So she learns more about the past and everything. And during this time, she befriends more people. But since she feels guilty and people are still on the hunt for her, she decides to pack her stuff and go so nobody will get harmed. During this time, her friends that were enlisted to be a part of the witch guard have to go hunt for her, and that's how the graphic novel ends. So that's the summary of the book. My thoughts on it are, I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. So I liked the concept of the book. I just wish that we would have a little more in-depth on the characters, because I felt like the pacing of the book went kind of fast and then slow, but then we also didn't get to attach to any of the characters besides the main person, Naive. And I was hoping for more fighting scenes, because we get like the scenes where they're training, but most of it's more of like a little bit of history lesson. But I didn't know that this was actually a webcomic that is still currently online and is still being added to. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to the comic online and continue reading, because I am interested in knowing what's gonna happen, because apparently there's like some dark secrets about the commander, and I want to know what he's done. I want to know if her friends are going to be on her side, because they basically been training their whole lives to become a part of the Witch Guard to protect people. So yeah, I have a few favorite scenes that I'll insert right now. I'll just insert some of the art that I liked. But all in all, I think it was a good read. And let me know what you think of the book or the graphic novel, and if you've read the webcomic, also let me know if it gets better and more in-depth on characters. But yeah, all right, have a nice day.